Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Thank you. It's Eric Previn from the 3rd District, and disclosure, I'm running for supervisor. I want to thank the sheriff for coming down today, and I appreciate the board looking at ways to retain and recruit. And, you know, I think that this is a very historic and powerful organization. I think people will opt in, and I think public relations reaching out is an interesting area. I think who we hire as a consultant really does matter, and I think that the sheriff himself can provide some leadership in the way of making it clear for people who are aspiring to be sheriff deputies that we run a clean ship, and that the rules and the manuals of what we use are open and fair. And I've asked the county council and sheriff, I don't know if it's your group or if it's the county council themselves, but they, despite a big settlement where we agreed to do a better job in our taking care of people who are ill while in custody, a Rosas case provided that we would make a very clear manual, and I've asked for that, and yet the county council continues to refuse. And I would ask you to ask them to just provide that so that the public can be sure we are doing the kinds of checks, that those things make sense. Obviously, you can redact the secret codes. Nobody wants to compromise public safety or the staff's safety, but we want to understand as we roll out new initiatives. There's an initiative at your Civilian Oversight Commission for something called PREA, which is a very expensive bulk up, and to staff up for something like that with admin folks when we haven't been able to get the folks in the chairs. And I appreciate the carping that has been going on. I know it's not a morale booster, but we have to do that. Let's get the 2,400 folks who are service for 20 years out there working so that these young deputies men and women do not have to suffer. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one request from Lancaster for public testimony.